connecting for the first time, Matters of the Heart is a relationship program for both singles and the married. So it means regardless of your marital status, this program is applicable to you. All right, I'd like for you to do 4 things for us, please. Number 1, click on the like button. Number 2, click on the subscribe button. Subscribe, that way to boost our algorithms, to boost our visibility. All right, and that way we can reach out to more people. And then number, comment on the comment section, yeah, so that we know that you're part of what we are doing. And then number four, please share to me. Okay, let me proceed. I'll come back to that shortly, but let me proceed. All right, so the previous week we started a series, premarital sex, whether or not it's a valid ground for disqualification of 2 persons involved therein from getting married. Premarital sex, whether or not it is a valid ground for disqualification of 2 persons involved therein from getting married. All right, and we came to the conclusion. I don't want to go through the whole of that, so that we save time for today's episode. All right, but the summary of what was said the previous week is the fact that, that portion of scripture that is always relied upon to disqualify 2 people who have committed fornication from getting married, who have committed fornication between themselves from getting married, is not really rightly interpreted. That portion of scripture, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, adulterers and whoremongers God rejoice. That portion of scripture is not really rightly interpreted, because it is interpreted as, being for singles, that married people are not supposed to have sex before marriage. Okay, but he said adulterers and whoremongers God rejoice. So who are adulterers? Adulterers are married people. So it means that the scripture is as much for the married as it is for the singles. So if you are going to disqualify 2 persons, if you're going to disqualify 2 persons who have committed fornication from marrying themselves, then you should also disqualify a couple, it's the 2 persons who are married, from continuing the marriage if one of them has defiled that marriage by committing adultery. You should disqualify them. Then if that's the case, many homes will break. Many married people would have to go their separate ways. Is that not confusion? Is that not chaos? Are we not tearing apart the very fabrics on which society thrives? Think about that. So it couldn't have been the intendment of that scripture. Okay. So we came to the conclusion that it is not right to stop people or to disqualify, quote and unquote, people who have committed fornication amongst themselves from getting married to themselves in the name of they have messed up the foundation. No, it is not right to disqualify them. But we said this week we are going to address or talk about what should be done instead of the disqualifier. What should be done instead? I gave a hint of it the previous week, but maybe just in a more elaborate form I'll do so this week or today. But before I proceed, let me, it looks like the network is poor. Please let me have your feedback, whether the network is okay. Please, I would like to have your feedback. If you're there, please let me know what the network is like, so that we know whether we'll switch between network providers. All right, I'll be expecting your comments as to what the nature of the network is. I don't have my feedback screen here. Okay, in the meantime, we proceed. So I said we'll be addressing what should be done instead. But before we start addressing it, let me repeat, please. I'd like for you to do 4 things for us. Number 1, click on the like button. Number 2, click on the subscribe button. Number 3, click on the comment section. And then number 4, share the link to all your contacts and invite them to be a part of this. And I'm sure that they'll be glad you did. Okay, so find 2 persons who have committed fornication from getting married themselves. I hinted last week or the previous week that you could subject them to discipline within the church. You can subject them to discipline. Yes, you can. It just, by that discipline, they would have been corrected if they are teachable people, and others will learn. So it will serve both as a means of correction for the people involved and a deterrent to others. Whichever form the discipline takes, but discipline instead of disqualification. Do you get the point? Yes. discipline could even be okay for premarital classes. Some churches, they hold premarital classes for a given period. You could extend their own. You could extend theirs. At least whilst people who are in the same marital class with them are getting married, they will remain. They will feel it if that's what you want to achieve. I'm not saying you must do that, but I'm saying instead of disqualification outrightly, this is better. Or you could say, okay, you know what, we are going to do your wedding in private. That's to say, we are not going to make it open. Or so you don't call me again. All right, so we are back. Sorry for the network interruptions, please. Sorry. I'm doing this broadcast with my phone, and then call tries to call me. Call me. He has a the discipline, like I said, can be as you wish. You could subject them to whatever kind of discipline that, I mean, you wish, or is a standard in your church. But disqualification outrightly, no, that's wrong. So I said you could. An example of a disciplinary measure could be to extend their courtship classes. Churches hold marriage preparatory classes, right? A lot of churches, if not all. So you could extend theirs. So if normally the courtship class should be, or the marriage class should be 2 months or 3 months, you could extend theirs to times two, 6 months or 5 months, so that when their mates are getting married, their mates in that class are already getting wedded. They are delayed, they will feel it. That's if you must take disciplinary actions. I'm not saying you should do that, but if you must do that, it is better than to disqualify them. You could say, okay, your wedding will not hold in the church. It will be, I mean, the public will not be invited. Members of the church will not be invited. It will be in private, maybe in the church office, or even if it's in the church hall, but it will be open to anybody, everybody. Again, I'm not recommending that, but I'm saying that's better than disqualifying them from getting married at all, because you don't know if any other person will like one of them for marriage. Yes, there are some people who were going to get married to somebody and they did not get married to the person any longer for whatever reason, but they couldn't marry again. Nobody could blend with them for whatever reason. I cannot start reeling out reasons, but for whatever reason they desire to marry, but they were not lucky to find anybody that matched with them or that agrees with them as per marriage. Is that what we want to happen to our people in the church? So let's not give room to the devil to steal our people into the world. All right, so just impose discipline depending on what is, I mean, good for you, or what you deem okay within your system. But don't disqualify any two persons from getting married on the basis of the fact that they have had carnal knowledge of each other. No, that's not a scriptural practice. There's no doctrine on that. And I hope this helps. I've overflogged the issue anyways. So I'll see you next week, Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Nigerian time, or West African time, 8:30 p.m. rather, 8:30 p.m. West African time, for another episode of Matters of the Heart. And we'll discuss something new the following week. Unless questions arise from this, then we may address the questions. But let's keep our fingers crossed till next week. All right. So in the meanwhile, I want to encourage you to follow us across social media platforms. We are across social media platforms. All right. Um, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly called Twitter. What's this other one? TikTok, even Telegram. We are across board. So just follow us. Click the button, subscribe, depending on what platform it is. All right, just search for Victor Okudiri. Okudiri is Okwudiri. Victor Okudiri, Okwudiri. Yeah, just search for it and then follow us. We've got a lot of inspiring, life guiding contents we reel out every time. So please do well to follow us, and God bless you as you so do. All right, invite your friends for next week's edition of Matters of the Heart, 8:30 p.m. West African time or Nigerian time, if you so wish to call it, on Saturday. Until then, feel free to send me your questions. You can send it to this number, plus 234 80 3767 4300 plus 234 8037674300. You can send it as an SMS or as a WhatsApp message. In the alternative, you can send it as an email to Victor Okudire at gmail.com. Victor Okudire at gmail.com. Okudire spelled OKWDIRI. God bless you as you so do. Until I come your way next week, Saturday, your relationship will succeed. Peace out.